now we will discuss about the rules of search which will help us to solve the problems based on it, right? So let us see to the rules of the search. I am writing that on the board. Rules of search. Number 1, root over A into B can be written as root A into root over B. Number 2, root over A by B can be written as root over A by root over B. So number 3, root over A plus B. This obviously cannot be written as root A plus root over B. So number 4, root over A minus B. This also cannot be written separately as root A minus root B. Then number 5 we have B divided by root over A. We can write it as B by root A, and we multiply both the numerator and the denominator by root A only, so that will give the value B root A divided by A. So this will be more clear when we actually solve the problems based on it. So next one we will discuss about the next rule is number 1, A root C plus minus B root C. So this you can see very clearly here is in the first term and the second term, root C is common in both the terms, so you can take common. So this becomes A plus minus B into root over C. Number 7 we have the another rule, that is C by A plus B root over n. So you can see if it is a mixed irrational number, that means it is having a rational part and an irrational part. So rational plus irrational is equals to irrational. So here what we will do, we will multiply this denominator by its conjugate. Conjugate means A minus B root n is the conjugate of A plus B root n. Okay, so if you here what we will do, we will multiply the numerator and denominator by its conjugate. Conjugate is what? A minus B root n. So in the denominator we have A plus B root n. We will multiply the numerator and the denominator by A minus B root n. So similar way, if it is C divided by A minus B root n, here also we multiply the numerator and denominator by its conjugate. What is the conjugate? If it is A minus B root n, then the conjugate will be A plus B root n. That is A plus B root over n. So these are the certain rules of search which we will use while solving the problems based on it, right? So again let us discuss once more. Root over A cross B. Root over 5 into 3 can be written as root 5 into root 3. Root over 5 by 3 can be written as root 5 by root 3. Root over 5 plus 3 cannot be written as root 5 plus root 3. Similarly, root over 5 minus 3 cannot be written as root 5 minus root 3 separately. If it is B by root A, we multiply the numerator and the denominator by this number to get rid of the irrational nature of the denominator. So that is called rationalizing the denominator. We will come to that later on. A root C plus minus B root C. So you can see very clearly root C is common. So we take root C common. So A plus minus B. Then 7th, C by A plus B root n. So A plus B root n is an irrational number, mixed irrational number, which consists of one rational part, one irrational part. So overall it is an irrational number. So again we need to get rid of the irrational nature in the denominator. For that you have to multiply this number with its conjugate. Conjugate means if it is A plus B root n, then its conjugate is A minus B root n. So A minus B root n we will multiply in the numerator as well as in the denominator, and then we can get rid of this irrational nature of the denominator. In the similar way, if it is C by A minus B root n, then its conjugate is A plus B root n, which we will use to multiply here. So in the numerator as well as in the denominator, multiply by its conjugate, that is A plus B root n. And what we see, the result will be that in the denominator the irrational nature of this number will be gone. Okay, so these are the rules. So now let's move on to solve the problems based on it. So let us take an question. Before that, let me give you some definitions. What are conjugate surds? What are conjugate surds? Two surds are said to be conjugate of each other if their product gives rise to a non-surd, that is, their product is a rational number. So two surds are said to be conjugate of each other if their product gives rise to a non-surd, that is, their product is a rational number. Okay, now conjugate of A plus B root C is what? A minus B root C, and conjugate of A minus B root C is A plus B root C. So this is what is about the conjugate surds, and this is very important here to get the conjugate. If it is A plus B root C, the conjugate is A minus B root C. If it is A minus B root C, its conjugate is A plus B root C. So that means if we take an example, if 2 plus root 3 is the number, then the conjugate of this is 2 minus root over 3. So now that we know what are conjugate surds, now we know, we will discuss about what is called rationalization. Rationalization. So this definition is, it is a method of simplifying. It is a method of simplifying a fraction having a surd as its denominator. Having a surd as its denominator, or as both such that it can be rewritten without a surd in its denominator. Without a surd in its denominator. Okay, so this process is referred to as rationalizing the denominator. Rationalizing the denominator. Okay. So now that we have till now what we have discussed. We have discussed about the rules of surds, which will help us to solve the problems based on it. Secondly, we have come to know about what are conjugate surds, and finally we have come to know what is called rationalization, or the process called rationalizing the denominator. So now we will actually start solving the problems based on surds. So the first question I am writing it on the board. So let's see. The first question I write on the board is simplify. So number 1, it is given as root over 48. Right, the next one also cube root of 135. This is 135 and this is the cube root. So let us see. So number 1, 48 square root. Okay, now what we do is, we know the table of 16, so 16 into 3 is 48, so you can directly write that is 16 into 3, so square root of 16 is 4, so you will take out the square root, that is 4 root 3 is your final answer, right? So this way we have simplified. Second one is cube root of 135. So if you write the factors, so this comes to 3 into 3, 9 into 3, 27 into 5. So this comes to cube root of 3 power 3 into 5. So we can write it as 3 power 3 inside the cube root into 5, this one. So this is equals to 3 to the power 3 to the power of 1 by 3 into 5. So this is 3 into cube root of 5. So this is 3 into cube root of 5 is the final answer. Is it clear? So 48 is written as 16 to 3, so 16, 4 comes out as a square root of 16, so 4 root 3. This is 135 cube root, so you have factorized it, the factors are written, so you can write it is 3 power 3 into 5, so you just separate it according to the properties of surds. Final answer is 3 and into multiplied by cube root of 5. Now next question we will take. Second question is also simplify, and the question is root 5 minus root 2 into root 5 plus root 2. So can you identify anything from this question? Did we discuss anything related to this type of numbers? Yes. root 5 minus root 2 and root 5 plus root 2, they are conjugate surds. So if it is root 5 minus root 2 and this is root 5 plus root 2, so both are conjugate surds. Now also the identity we know, a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. So here we are going to apply that very simple, root 5 square minus root over 2 square. So root 5 square is 5 and this is 2. So finally we come to the answer 3. So this is actually what is happening. You can see very clearly, if you multiply two conjugate surds, the result is a rational number. Okay, not in every cases, may not be, but here in this case, if we multiply the two conjugates which are like in this form, so we can get the number as rational. So anyway, whatsoever, will in the due course of time, if anything, any such complexities arise, we will be taking care of that. So next question is, the next question number, let me find out. Okay, we have done till 3 to number 3. Arrange the surds in ascending order. Surds are cube root of 2, 6th root of 3 and the 9th root of 4. So you have to arrange this in the increasing order or the ascending order. The smaller appearing in the first position, then the second, and finally the largest at the last position. So how to proceed? Now, while discussing about surds, we have seen that these 3, this 6, this 9, these are the orders of the surds, right? Now, what are the orders here? The orders are 3, 6 and 9. So, what we have to do is, we have to take the LCM of these 3 numbers, 3, 6 and 9. So what is the LCM of 3, 6 and 9? So let us find out. This 3, this is 6 and this is 9. Obviously it is 9. So 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. So 3 into 3, 9 into 2, 18. So LCM is 18. So what we do here is, we will make the order of each of these surds equal to the LCM. So LCM of 3, 6, 9 equals to 18. So we will make the order of each of the surds equal to the LCM, that is value 18. So let us say 2, 3. If we write, if it is 3 and this is 18, so that means you have to multiply this 3 by 6. So what we do here is 3 into 6, so it is 18, so it will write 2 power 6. You have to write this, okay? So this is 64 power order 18, right? So now we come to the second number. This is 3 and this order is 6, so we multiply by 3. So this is 6 into 3, 18, and this will be 3 power 3. So it is 27 and order 18. Next, we have the number, this is 4 and this is 9. So what is, to get 18 here, we multiply by 2. So this is equals to 4 power 2, that is 18. So this is equals to 16 and this is 18, right? So you have these 3 numbers having the same order, the 3 surds having the same order 18. The numbers are 64, 27, 16. Now what we will do is 16 is less than 27 is less than 64. So if this is the scenario, if 16 is less than 27 is less than 64, then if we take the 18th root of all these three, the same sequence remains. So 16, 8 is less than, sorry, 18, 27, 18, and this is less than 64, 18. So what is 16, 18? 16, 18, this one. So here it comes 4, 9, the smallest one. This is less than, 27, 18 is this one. So this is 3 and this is 6, and this is less than finally 64, that is cube root of 2. Okay, so this is your final answer. Next question we will go, but before that let us discuss it again once more. Let me tell you, arrange the surds in the ascending order. The values given are this, this and this. Now first of all, what you have to check it, we need to make the order of the three surds equal. Now order, which are the orders here? Orders are 3, 6 and 19. So you have to take the LCM of these three orders. The LCM of these orders comes to 18. So you have to make all the orders equals to 18. So if it is 3, so multiply by 6. So if it is multiplied by 6, so in 6, then it is 2 power 6 inside, and this is 6, 18. Then 2 power 6, 64, 18. Now this one is, if you have to make this from here, if you need to make this as order as 18, so 6 into 3, so it is 3 power 3. So this comes to 27. If you have to make this order 18, so 9 into 2, so 4 power 2, that is 16, 18. After doing this, all the three surds are having the same order. So from C, just look at the numbers 16, 27, 64. Arrange them in the required order which has been asked in the question. So your order is 16 less than 27 less than 64. So if you, this is the sequence, then 18th root of all these three numbers are also the same way, it will stand like this. So now just replace the original values. This is represents this number, this one 27, this is 6 to 3, and that is 2. So this is how we get to arrange the surds in the ascending or descending order as is asked in the question required. So I will give one question, you will try at home. Okay. So the question is, arrange the surds in descending order. And the values are root 3, comma, root over 6, so this is 4, this is 12, 8, and this is 24, 16. So you have to arrange these surds in the decreasing order. So what is the first criteria is that look into the orders of the four surds 1, 4, 8, 16. So what is the next step? Find the LCM of these four numbers. Then next step, make all the orders equal to the value LCM. Okay, and then finally check which one is smaller, which one is greater. Since it is being asked here, it is descending order, so the largest number in the first position, the lowest number in the last position. Okay, now to move ahead, the next question is simplify by rationalizing the denominator. This is question number 3. Simplify by rationalizing the denominator. So the first question is 1 by root 6 minus root over 5. So as we have already discussed, we will multiply the denominator by its conjugate so that we can get rid of the irrational nature of the denominator. So what we do is here is 1 by root 6 minus root 5. We multiply both the numerator as well as the denominator by the conjugate. What is the conjugate of root 6 minus root 5? The conjugate is root 6 plus root 5. So this is root over 6 plus root over 5 divided by root over 6 plus root over 5. So you can write in the numerator nothing to do, root 6 plus root 5. We know that we cannot add these two, and here it is root 6 square minus root 5 square. So it comes to root over 6 plus root over 5 divided by 6 minus 5. So it comes to root over 6 plus root over 5. In the denominator it stands 1, which is a rational number. So it is very much clear. 1 by root 6 minus 1 by root 5, you have to rationalize the denominator. So multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate. The number is root 6 minus root 5. We multiply the numerator and the denominator by root 6 plus root 5 by root 6 plus root 5. So finally, so one thing you always remember, when you are multiplying with the conjugate, what you are getting in the denominator is of the form a square minus b square. So root 6 square minus root 5 square. So obviously square of this is converted into the rational nature. Okay. So square root of 6, root 6 whole square is giving you 6. So this value is converted. So let us take another. So next number, supposing the number is 4 by root over 7 plus root 3. So similar method we will adopt. We will go by rationalizing. So 4 by root 7 plus root 3 into root 7 minus root 3 divided by root 7 minus root 3. So the number in the denominator is the irrational number root 7 plus root 3. So we multiply both the numerator as well as the denominator by its conjugate, that is root 7 minus root 3 and root 7 minus root 3, both in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So this comes to 4 into root 7 minus root 3. Again, cannot be done anything with that, as you know that subtraction cannot be separate, cannot be operated here, and this is a plus b into a minus b. So root 7 square minus root 3 square. So this becomes 4 into root 7 minus root 3 divided by, this will be 7 minus 3. So finally what we get here is equals to 4 into root 7 minus root 3 divided by 4. So 4 and 4 cancel. I will left with root 7 minus root 3. So now I think this is clear. We take up another question now. Question number 4, if x equals to 2 minus root 3, then find the value of x minus 1 by x whole cube. Very good question it is. So let us see what to do. See, it is x 1 by x. So you have to find 1 by x as well. Then we can proceed. So here, what is 1 by x? 1 by x is 1 by 2 minus root 3, right? So let us rationalize 1 by 2 minus root 3. So this, how it is coming here? 1 by 2 minus root 3. What we will do, we will multiply by the conjugate, that is 2 plus root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3. So get here 2 plus root 3 divided by 2 square minus root 3 square. So it is 2 plus root 3 divided by 4 minus 3. So it comes to it is coming to 2 plus root 3, because in the denominator it is coming to 1. Now after doing this, we know x is already given. Now you have found 1 by x. So this is 1 by x. So what is x plus 1 by x, or rather we find x minus 1 by x, because it is 1 minus. So it is x minus 1 by x. So this is how much? X 2 minus root 3 minus, what is this? 2 plus root 3. So this is 2 plus root 3. So you get 2 to cancel, you have got minus of 2 root 3. Now you have to find the cube of this. So x minus 1 by x cube equals to minus 2 root 3 cube. So it is minus 8 into root 3 cube, means root 3 into root 3 is 3, so 3 root 3. So 3 root 3, so it will be minus 24 root 3. So this will be the answer. Hope you are getting it. If it is x equals to 2 minus root 3, you have to find x minus 1 by x whole cube. So since 1 by x is required, so first you find 1 by x by rationalizing the denominator. So 1 by x is 1 by 2 minus root 3. So 1 by 2 minus root 3 we need to rationalize both in the numerator and the denominator by this conjugate, that is 2 plus root 3. So you get the final answer is 2 plus root 3. Now you have to find x minus 1 by x whole cube. So find out first x minus 1 by x. So x minus 1 by x comes to minus 2 root 3. Now minus 2 root 3 cube. This is what is the cube, you get minus 24 root 3 is the final answer, right? So another question. Question number 5. If x equals to 3 plus 2 root 2, find x square plus 1 by x square. Okay, so let us see again. So first of all, 1 by, what is 1 by x? So 1 by x is 1 divided by 3 plus 2 root 2. So we'll rationalize the denominator. Let's see what is coming. So 1 by 3 plus 2 root 2 into, conjugate is 3 minus 2 root 2 divided by 3 minus 2 root 2. So in the numerator it remains as 3 minus 2 root 2 divided by, this is 3 square minus 2 root 2 square. So it is 3 minus 2 root over 2, because divided by 9 minus 8. So it is 3 minus 2 root over 2. So what you have to find is, so let us find x plus 1 by x, and that is, x is what? You got x is already given, and we now found a 1 by x, that is was coming to 3 minus 2 root 2. Now find x plus 1 by x. So what is that? 3 plus 2 root 2 plus 1 by x is 3 minus 2 root 2. That is 3 minus 2 root 2. So here you get, these two cancels, you get 6. Now you have to find this one. So already I think you know this. This is equals to x plus 1 by x whole square minus 2. So what is x? This is 6 square minus 2. That is 36 minus 2, and that is equals to 34. This is the final answer. Okay. So I think till now it is clear, very much clear. So this is how we do the rationalizing. And rationalizing the denominator, the step is to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by its conjugate. So please have a look. Okay, now the next question we are going to deal with is the rationalizing the denominator. Let us write the question first on the board. A little different, but let us first see to the question. Rationalize the denominator and the question is 5 divided by 3 plus root 5 minus 2 root 2. So what you see here is in the denominator the number consists of 3 terms, 3 root 5 and minus 2 root 2. So here what we will do is we will always put the first 2 terms inside the bracket, in one bracket, and we'll treat them as a single term, and then we will proceed for doing the simplification. So here if it is a single term, so let us group this as, make this number 3 as one term, 3 plus root 5 as one term and minus 2 root 2 as the second term. Now we will rationalize as we have been doing. So into, if this is the number, then what is the rationalizing factor? That will be 3 plus root 5 in bracket plus 2 root 2. Okay, so this will be 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2 divided by 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2. So in the numerator we can write it as 5 into 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2, and here it should be 3 plus root 5 square minus 2 root 2 square. So this is can be written as the same. Let it be what is there in the numerator, not doing anything with that right now. 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2 divided by, this is a plus b whole square minus this value. So a plus b whole square, you can write it as 3 square is 9 plus root 5 square is 5 plus it will be 6 root 5. This will be 6 root 5, and here it is minus 4 into 2, 8. So minus 8. 2 square is 4 and root 2 square is 2. So 4 into 2 is 8. This is a plus b whole square. A square, that is 9. B square, that is 5, and 2ab. So 2 into 3 into root 5 is 6 root 5. So it is coming to 5 into 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2 divided by, in the denominator you will be just simplifying it. So this 6 plus 6 root 5 is 6 plus 6 root 5. So if we take 6 common, so it is 5 into 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2, and in the denominator we take 6 common from this 2. So if we take 6 common, then it will be, we have 1 plus root over 5. So after performing this much of operation on this particular side, this number, we still have got the denominator, the irrational nature. So we are not getting rid of this irrational nature of the denominator. So again we have to simplify, again we have to rationalize the denominator. Here it is 1 plus root 5. We will multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 1 minus root 5. So since I am running out of space here, I will just rub the board on the. So ultimately right now you are here. So from there let us move ahead. So you can write this equals to 5 into 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2 divided by 6 into 1 plus root 5. So you multiply as 1 minus root 5 divided by 1 minus root 5. So this, now again let us proceed further with the calculation. We have, if you multiply this, so 5 into, let the 3 into 1 is 3 minus 3 root 5 plus root 5 minus 5 plus 2 root over 2 minus 2 root over 10 divided by what? 6 into 1 square minus root 5 square. So equals to 5 into. So it is 3 minus 5 is minus 2. So it is minus 2 minus 3 root 5 plus root 5, that is minus 2 root 5 minus 2 root over 10 divided by 6 into 1 minus 5. So it is coming to, if we take 2 common from the numerator, what we will get is 5 into 2, and we take another minus common. So minus common, we will be left with 1 plus root over 5 plus root over 10 divided by 6 into, that is minus 6 into 4. So we get the value as 1 plus root 5 minus root 2. So I have left out something here. I think I have done something wrong here. I missed out this 2 root 2 here, sorry. So let us write out this once again. So let us move from here. It is 5. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. Then 3 root this is minus 2 root 5. Then this I missed out. That is 2 root over 2 minus 2 root over 10. And this divided by, we have got 6 into 1 minus 5. Okay. So we can take 2 common from the numerators. If you take common minus 2 rather, minus 2 common, that is minus 4. So if you, it will cancel each other. So from here again I move on to, I am rubbing this portion again. So from here we are coming to 5 into, from minus 2 if you take common, so what you are left with? Left with 1 plus root 5 minus root 2 plus root 10 and divided by 6 into minus 4. So from here you come to this point. Now this will cancel, so minus minus plus is done. 2 into 3, 12. So 5 into 1 minus root 2 plus root 5 plus root over 10 divided by 12. Let me check the answer. 5, 1 plus root 2, 1 minus root 2 plus root 5 plus root 10 by 12. So it's okay now. So the basic idea is of how to solve this type of problems is take the first two terms and inside the bracket and treat them as a single term and then proceed like as you proceed. But here I think 2 times you have to rationalize. So that you please take care of with practice, it will be no problem. So keep practicing this type of question as well if in case it comes in the examination. So you have to be very much accurate in solving this. So better you solve at home so that you gain in confidence in solving the problems of this type. Okay. The next question we take here is next question will be find the values of A and B. So these are the different varieties of questions. The process remains the same. Find the values of A and B. Question is 3 plus root over 7 divided by 3 minus 4 root 7 and that is equals to A plus B root 7. A plus B root 7. Now here the A and B are the unknowns which you need to find out. So what is given is, see to the left hand side, you proceed in the similar fashion, similar way to rationalize the denominator and finally express the final answer of this particular fraction in this form, and then comparing we get the values of A and B. So what we do, we rationalize the denominator of this particular fraction and after getting the final result arrange this fraction in this form and then comparing the values on both sides we get the values of A and B. So start with the left hand side, that is 3 plus root 7 divided by 3 minus 4 root 7. So rationalize with the conjugate is 3 plus 4 root 7 divided by 3 plus 4 root 7. So if you multiply, this is 9, then plus 12 root 7 plus 3 root 7 plus 4 into 7, I think 28 divided by this will be 3 square minus 4 root 7 square. So what is coming in the numerator is 28, 37. So it is 37 plus 15 root over 7 divided by 9 minus 16 and into 7. So it is 1, 1, 2. So finally, this is 37, so it is minus, so it is equals to minus of, okay, 37 plus 15 root 7 divided by minus of 103. So you can write it as minus of 37 by 103 plus minus of 15 by 103 into root over 7. Okay, now compare this. This is of this form, equals to A plus B root 7. If you compare this, so you have got A equals to minus 37 by 103 and B equals to minus of 15 divided by 103. So let us check. Yes, minus 37 by 103 and minus 15 by 103. So similar way you just proceed to solve the question by rationalizing the denominator and finally when you get the final answer, express the answer in this form only, that is A plus B root 7. So after expressing in the similar format, compare the values on both sides and get the values of the unknown quantities A and B. So now if you going ahead, okay, I will solve the last question of this particular chapter now. Hope you will be able to solve now. Try. I will give you more questions for solving at home. So at the end of this particular question, so this is simplify. Question is root over 5 plus root over 3 divided by root over 5 minus root over 3 plus root 5 minus root 3 divided by root 5 plus root 3. So you have got two parts here. This is this part and this is this part. So you can do it by taking LCM, or we can do it separately by rationalizing the denominator of this part and as well as this part. So we go by that because we are doing it. We will not divert ourselves from that. So it is root 5 plus root 3 divided by root 5 minus root 3 into, it will be root 5 plus root 3 divided by root 5 plus root 3. So this is the first part, plus root over 5 minus root 3 divided by root over 5 plus root 3 into root 5 minus root 3 divided by root 5 minus root 3. After doing this, the numerator here it will be 5 plus root 3 whole square divided by 5 minus 3 plus it is 5 minus root 3 whole square divided by 5 minus 3. So now the denominators are the same. We take the LCM and then the simplify. So it is, if you square it is 25 plus 3 plus 10 root 3 plus 25 plus 3 minus 10 root 3 divided by, we have 2. So here we get, this one will cancel, you have got 25 to 56 by 2. 56 by 2 and that is coming to 28. Sorry. The answer is 16 5 plus 3 plus 2 root 15 5 plus 3 root 4. I think again I did a mistake here. I left out the square root here. Just wait. This is again root 5. This is again root 5. So it will be 5 plus 3, no? 5 plus 3 plus 2 root over 15 plus 5 plus 3 minus 2 root 15 divided by 2. So it is, this 2 will cancel out. 10 plus 6, 16 by 2 equals to 8. Now the answer is correct. So be careful, this type of errors might take place, but then you have to be very careful and sincere enough to make sure that you don't leave out such questions, because these are the questions where you need to score the 100% marks, because with practice everything will come to terms. So this is what is the end of this topic, of this chapter. I think I have tried my level best to make you understand the topics discussed. So go through the entire lecture. In case of any doubt, uh, I will give you the WhatsApp number. That WhatsApp number, if you there you can send your queries or doubts. The number is 9431967103. So in case of any doubt or any queries, please send your queries in this number. Okay, this is the WhatsApp number. Right now, this is your exercise. I give you some assignment to solve at home, so please see to this.